The skincare products we use every day are filthier than this? Are the skincare and makeup products we use safe from contamination? Testing bacteria and contamination in our skincare products. Hello guys, welcome back to Beauty Facts Unboxing. It's your trustworthy Casper, and today I have another interesting experiment. But before we begin, let's talk about our survey from the last episode where we asked you your preference of physical and chemical sunscreen, and more of you guys said that you prefer chemical sunscreen. Both physical and chemical sunscreens have the same function, so you can choose depending on your preference of skin type or your needs. If you have questions on picking the right sunscreen and base makeup for your skin type, then please check out this video. Today's test is going to be on something invisible. It's a bacteria test. So everything we touch, everything we experience in life has germs and bacteria, as you guys probably know, and it's really important to protect our makeup and skincare products from these germs and contamination. However, it's not really easy to see how contaminated a product is because germs and bacteria are invisible to the eye. So today we're going to use this hygiene tester to figure out the bacteria level of products. Skincare and makeup products. Are they really safe from contamination and bacteria? Test number 1, bacteria test on skincare products. So, how do you usually apply your skincare products? If you use a tube type or if you use a pot type, you usually use a spatula to scoop it, right? But let's be honest, sometimes when you're in a rush, you're really lazy, you just want to go to bed, you use your fingers. I mean, our hands look pretty clean, right? But is it really? I got curious. So to begin our experiment, I'm going to see how contaminated my hands are first. I woke up today, washed my face, did my makeup, put skincare on, and then I came to the Wishtrend studio, and I haven't washed my hands since washing my face, okay? So that's what my hands are like right now, and I'm gonna use this kit right here to see how contaminated my hands are. So we're gonna use this. Take it out. There's a cotton swab in here. I'm gonna dip it in water, and then I'm gonna rub it on the surface of my hands and my fingers and rub it completely. And then I'm gonna put the cotton swab back in and push it in, and then the liquid will fall through where there's powder on the bottom, right? So then I'm gonna shake it up to mix it in really well, and then stick it in the machine that's gonna tell me how dirty my hands are. Huh. Scared. $5,042, so that's really disgusting. Yeah, so, The Wishtrend team did an experiment before I came on different surfaces in our household or our everyday lives. So you know a toilet cover, right? Apparently that's 344 RLUs, which are relative light units, which is the system they use to measure dirtiness. And then the light switch is 1,154, so it's dirtier than a toilet seat cover. And then you keep going up, and then the keyboard, like a keyboard we type on, is 2,400. So I've basically topped everything that's on the list, and I use those hands to put makeup on my face today. 현타 왔어. 나 진짜 이 얼굴로 오늘 세수했는데. 세수가 문제가 아니라 화장했는데. If you scoop out skincare products with dirty hands like these, the germs will go into the skincare products, and then you open it up again, and then you dunk your fingers in there again, and then the germs and the dust will keep on piling and piling, and they'll just spread, and yeah, it's just gross. What about clean hands then? I'm gonna go wash my hands. So I've washed my hands now, and I'm gonna check out how dirty my hands are once again. Shake it, shake it. 2, 1. 1,242. So It got a lot cleaner. It's still dirtier than a toilet, but you know, it got cleaner, right? So I see how important it is to wash our hands often and really, really well. Because we're doing the experiment, I really tried to wash as clean as I can, and it still didn't get cleaner than a toilet. And last but not least, let's check out the spatula. These are those spatulas that you get in moisturizers, so I'm gonna see how clean this is. Okay, I'm gonna stick it in the machine. Three, two, one. What? I'm going to see how contaminated my hands are. 5,042, so that's really disgusting. 이거 뭐 살균했어요? 그니까 봤잖아요. 막 근데 뭐 어떤 스테릴라이저 이런 데 넣은 거 아니죠? Guys, let's use this spatula. Let's use this on our faces. 나 진짜 I always throw this away. This thing's really clean. I think it's because we don't really touch this area with our hands, and it comes in like a container, and you just leave it there so it doesn't have any bacteria like directly on it possibly. But it's really, really clean. I mean, this thing's in our studio, you know, and it gets used and it's still really, really clean. Let's use this on our faces. Fact check. Use a spatula to scoop out skincare products. So guys, as you guys saw from the contamination level, hands are pretty nasty. And if you use your hand to apply skincare products or scoop out skincare products, you're spreading the germs and bacteria basically on your face and into the product. I mean, you guys saw that my hands were dirtier than a toilet seat cover. There were so many other things that the team tested out for me, but the only thing I could think of is toilet seat cover. Like, my hands versus toilet seat cover. Yeah. Anyways, so if you have a spatula, please use it because it's much cleaner. But I can't help but feeling like there's still no way to be completely free from bacteria. So if you're gonna get a little creeped out like me, check out this interview I did with the Wishtrend team staff. Let's go inside. I'm gonna go in. Come on.
제품에 표기된 사용기한 내에 사용하는 것은 안전합니다. 말씀 주셨듯이 세균과 같은 오염물질로부터 제품을 안전하게 보존하기 위해서 화장품에는 보존제가 처방되어집니다. 우리가 매일매일 화장품을 새로 만들어 사용하거나 아니면 특수 제작된 용기에 들어가 있는 제품을 사용하지 않는다면은 현실적으로는 보존제가 처방되지 않는 제품을 사용하는 건 어려운 것 같아요. 그래서 모든 화장품에는 세균 번식이나 기타 피부 자극을 최소화하기 위해서 보존제가 처방되어지고 이 처방 한도는 법적으로도 최대 처방 가능한 한도가 정해져 있기도 합니다. 보존제 같은 경우에 피부 타입에 따라 자극을 유발하거나 호르몬을 교란시킬 수 있어가지고 성분을 꼭 확인해 보시거나 본인에게 맞는 제품을 사용하시는 것이 굉장히 중요하죠.
Now we know that we don't need to worry too much about it because the preservatives help protect the product and keep it clean as possible. But remember to use a spatula and clean your hands. Test number 2 are makeup tools that we use to apply makeup on our faces. So a makeup sponge, a cushion foundation sponge, and a makeup brush. I mean, guys, we know that we have to clean our makeup tools, but how often do we really, right? Everyone watching this video, ask yourself, when was the last time I cleaned my brush? Especially blush brushes that, you're just kind of like, later, I'll clean it later. You know those ones? Yeah, well, we tested out tools that we left contaminated for close to a month or so we're gonna see how dirty these babies are. Experiment number 2. I'm going to check out the RLUs of makeup products that we use to put makeup on our faces. So, in front of me, I have a makeup sponge that hasn't been cleaned for about a month, a cushion foundation sponge that hasn't been cleaned for a month, and a makeup brush that hasn't been cleaned for a month, so they're all pretty gross. Let's see how dirty these babies are. I feel like if you haven't changed anything in your skincare or your makeup, but for some reason you're getting these random breakouts on your face, you should check out how clean your makeup products are just to see if they're really contaminated. Oh, this is actually something that's happened to me. I started getting breakouts randomly, so I started using disposable sponges. So one time use the small ones, so you just use it once and throw it away. And my skin got a lot better. Not right now because my skin's kind of bad right now, but anyways. Makeup sponge, let's get it. Why is there hair on this? Like, there are things you just know are really dirty. Like, this has to be dirty, I mean. Is this yellow? Dirtier than my hands. So it's actually clearer to put foundation on your face with your hands if you're not gonna clean your sponge, guys. I mean, that's, yeah, so if you're like, I'm in a rush, I have to go to work, let's just use this one more time. Just, you're putting 9,000. Number 2, cushion foundation sponge. I'm sure everyone's like, you have to clean your sponges, you have to clean your sponges out, but everyone has one of these dirty sponges at home, so I hope you guys can relate. Number 2 begins. Okay, so still pretty dirty. Dirtier than a toilet seat. Dirtier than a keyboard. But not as dirty as this baby. And my cleaned hands are cleaner than this, but my dirty hands are dirtier than this. Okay. I'm quite surprised. I thought these ones would get really dirty, but apparently this is like, I'm the master of dirtiness. Final round, makeup brush. I know that this is dirty, but then if I didn't know that this was dirty and this was just on the makeup table, this would just look like a makeup brush, guys, right? I mean, a brush that needs washing soon, but it's not like, ooh, it's stinky or anything. So you really need to check out your makeup tools. Okay, all mixed up. This one's kind of yellow too. The final one awaits. Huh? I think I know why. Guys, I have a theory. I think I know why. Okay, so order of dirtiness, makeup sponge, and then cushion foundation sponge, and then this. I think the reason behind this is water and moisture. So, you know how we wet these sponges and then we use foundation and then we let it dry? These ones, we don't put it under water. Like, we just use it with the wet foundation. And this, we don't use it with wet products. We just use it with blush. But since we get it on our face, there's still moisture on our face, so it can get here and get contaminated, but it doesn't spread or like multiply as much as moist environments with the makeup sponge here. I think that's why this is the dirtiest. Fact check. Using a dirty makeup tool is like smearing bacteria on your face. There's another problem with makeup tools, not only the leftover makeup in the product. It's the sebum and dust or dirt that can come from your face into the sponge rather than the sponge to your face, but the other way around. And if you leave it contaminated like that, it'll just spread and create more bacteria. Makeup sponges and puffs, It's better to throw them out after using it a couple of times, but cost-effective wise, it's just really impractical to do that. So at least try to clean it once a week, and after cleaning it or after using it, use a tissue paper to really squeeze out the product that's left in the sponge so that you don't get anything coming out. That way you could keep it as clean as possible. As with brushes, germs can spread even more during humid and rainy seasons like these days, so try to use a tissue paper to clean it off every time you use it, and at least use a cleanser once a week to really thoroughly cleanse out the brush. Today in Beauty Facts Unboxing, we dealt with something that was invisible. Did you guys like this video? I think if I was watching this video without knowing the results, I'd be really freaked out of my makeup table. I'd be like, so I hope this really helps you take care of your beauty devices and tools. Here's the question of the day. Which one's gonna be dirtier, an eyeshadow or a lip tint? I use these pretty much every single day and they're both not expired. This lip stain is liquidy, so maybe it's more prone to germs because of the moisture. Or maybe this eyeshadow where I just rub my dirty hands onto the palette and use my eyes like this back and forth, so maybe this is dirtier. We shall see. Let me know in the comments down below which one you think is dirtier, and I will tell you in the next episode of Beauty Facts Unboxing after testing it out with this kit that we used today. Thank you guys for joining in with another episode of Beauty Facts Unboxing. I'll be back with even more fun content, and please let me know in the comments down below if you have any further questions, and who knows, your idea or your question may be the next episode. Bye guys!